Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia. Now, when we left off, we had not had any declarations of war against us, but now we have the Kingdom of Rhodoks deciding that they would rather declare war against us than any other faction, which is rather strange considering they actually have a rather large territory still. Even at this late stage in the game, I do believe we are now at day 675. And that's quite late, in my opinion. But nevertheless, they have declared war against us, and we will be reacting to this, unfortunately enough. As you can see, I was just waiting here for some time at Halmar, because, of course, we do have... Whoa! We have a lot of units. We have Lord Rogi Garanron, and we also have Lord Gavid. And they are pursuing a lot of the interloping Kurgits in our territory, which is now our territory, of course. And we have, of course, have many of our companions still restoring themselves to full HP. So, yes, many of you have actually stated that the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, or should we say, one person in particular, a genius, in my opinion. An absolute genius to come up with that. I do not think of the 4 ways in items that much, and I really should. I should actually think of those things right away, just so that we can make those things happen. Because, for example, we already have the Maul of the Titans. It is a Strength 25 weapon, and the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, if I am correct, and if you are correct in the comments, give 4 strength. I do believe they give 4 strength. We are wearing those after all, so we really should know. So let's take a look at this. As you can see, Frudak has 21 strength. So 21 plus 4, that's 25. And we can actually use the Maul of the Titans. And I'm hopeful that Ferentis has the same. Please. No, he has 21. Well, 20 even, but hopefully he will have 21 next time he levels up. And then we will be able to absolutely destroy everything, because, of course, Ferentis is used to using a two-handed weapon. I don't believe, actually, that the Maul of the Titans... No, it cannot be used on horseback, so they are going to have to transform themselves into some extremely indestructible fighting machine. And, oh yes, I do have to mention that one of you also stated that we need to get a couple more pieces of armor. I do believe getting more armor is probably going to be the way to do things. And we'll see what we can do about that, because even though I have a huge amount of money in the Gnomish Bank, I'm still a little bit worried about spending that, because as we see here, we have 60,000 dinars right now. Oh. Okay. I thought our wages were a little bit more than that, but it appears not. So we are going to see what we can do. And, oh my. Wow, we actually... Oh my goodness, we actually... Oh yes, Lord Belier is here. Oh, we didn't accept him, did we? He's actually just working for us by himself, by the looks of things. Okay, that is fine with me. That is absolutely fine. So yes, unfortunately, even though I did ask in the previous episode which faction we should attack next, it appears that choice has been taken out of our hands, as you can probably see, obviously, by the Rhodoks declaration of war. This is very strange, I gotta say, because even though they do own 3 towns? Isn't it 3 towns? Yeah, they own 3 towns. That is still not going to be preventing us from really doing a significant amount of damage to them. So, without further ado, we are going to be heading on to Elmera Castle. We may as well start small and just gauge what kind of units they are willing to be using against us. And, of course, now that we know that the Kurgit Khanate, for example, have unique units in the form of the Wolfweir Windrunners, we should also expect that the Rhodoks are going to also have something like that. And I'm actually thinking, should I pursue this fellow? 3.2, 2.7, never going to catch him. But we are going to be heading to the 4 ways in before Elmera Castle. Need to remember that. Definitely need to remember that. Make sure that we are completely fine with Frudak and his Maul of the Titans. I don't believe he's actually riding anything right now, is he? Is he riding anything right now? I don't know. But we are getting a lot of the... Oh my. We are getting a lot of the Kurgit Khanate, and they are joining us. Wow. Oh. Oh my. They're also joining the Norkrok realm. I'm a little bit worried about the dwarves becoming stronger. So there is that. There is that to worry about, that's for sure. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so let us enter the 4 ways in. And we'll see if we can get the Gauntlets of Ogre Power. I actually can't remember how much they were, but I don't believe they're anything close to bankrupting us right now. I think they are nowhere near 60,000, so we should be okay. What is the Executioner? A weapon made probably for chopping off heads in a ritualistic manner. It is brilliantly forged. Forged? Really? It is brilliantly forged, yes, forged, and thoroughly enchanted so as to make it a formidable weapon. It has no point, so you can't actually stab with it, but its slashing power is truly tremendous. Is that actually a two-handed weapon? I have no idea, but it's only 5,000. Should I just take it? Let's just take it, just to see what it actually is. That would be quite cool, and then we'll go and find what we require, which is, of course, the Ogre Gauntlets. I would like to get the Healer's Ring as well. Maybe I should give that to Ymera? Maybe I should give that to Elmera. That would actually be quite cool. We have the Butcher here as well. A giant magical butchering knife. Okay. Well, let's try and find what we came here for before we head on to siege some of the Rodok's fiefs. But yes, I really was wanting to take on the Orcs because many of you seem to think that the Orcs were the best thing to go for. And I agree, because of course we do have the problem of them actually consolidating all of their forces and building up strength and making it very, very difficult for us to do any damage to them once we actually decide that it would be a good idea to attack them. And I was about to, but yes, as we know, the Rodoks did declare war before that was even a possibility. It's actually quite strange how that has actually happened quite a lot throughout our playthrough here. It appears as though... What happened? The Blazing Hand, after we defected from them, they actually did declare war on us after that, even though we'd made peace with them, and they only had a castle and maybe a second castle from that. So there is... it's very strange. Oh my! Okay, so actually we have a better two-handed weapon here, perhaps, because now Forentis can use the Executioner on horseback, and Frudak can use his Maul of the Titans, as long as we give him this, of course. Wow, that is such a powerful item, in my opinion. A very powerful item indeed. Okay. Oh yeah, he's not using a horse anyway, so this is great. This is actually amazing, because he has no gauntlets as it is, and now he can... Oh, yes. Not yet. He can't use it just yet. We need to move. There we are. The Gauntlets of Ogre Power raise Frudak's strength by 4. A very nice gain indeed, and we are now going to be equipping him with that. Cannot believe I didn't think of that. That just shows. Wow. That just shows. There are geniuses out there. Okay, so we do have some hunter horses as well, and look at the weapon he was using. He was using a chipped orcish two-handed axe, and now he's using this with 80 blunt damage from 45 cutting. This does 65 cutting as well. The Executioner is actually really cool. So I think we're going to be giving that to Forentis, because he's using something absolutely terrible as well, I do believe. He's just using a maul, just a regular maul. So let's give him the Executioner. Oh my goodness, look. Wow. That is a big sword. That is a very big sword. And he is using a hunter horse, as I say. And his gear is actually not bad. One of you did say that we should get better armor for our companions, and while I would agree on that, it's the fact that many of our companions actually have pretty reasonable gear. It's just not amazing, if you know what I mean. So, for example, Jeremus is probably wearing something with about 46 armor, and I could get him 60, so that would be a rather marginal increase, quite a big increase, actually. And the same with Fruorin and Unela, and of course Aiden could actually use the Twilight Armor. I would love to get him the Twilight Armor, but I'm not entirely sure on the requirements, the strength requirements for those. But nevertheless, we have talked for quite some time, and we are going to now be heading on to Elmera Castle, and we'll see what kind of units the Rodoks have chosen as their unique units, because it seems like every regular faction has a unique unit, or is that just the Kurgits? We will see. We will see in just a second. Lord Belir of Sanctus Bellicus has been taken prisoner by the Kurgit Khanate. Oh no, that is not good. Oh my. Jeremus, we're passing by the site of one of my greatest medical triumphs. If that interests you, Tell me more. The lord over there in Elmera Castle had the dropsy, and had requested a doctor from Uxkhal to treat him. Like a typical university-educated doctor, he went right to Galerian for a cure. Galerian commends sun metal for dropsy. I do not know. Now, most of Galerian's writings were useless back in the days of the Calradic emperors when they were first written down, and they're doubly worthless today. But sometimes he hits upon the right cure by chance. Sun metal does cure some kinds of dropsy in small doses. However, sun metal in large doses is poison, something that the Galerian worshippers never grasped. The difference between poison and cure is the dose. You tell that to everyone you meet and tell them you heard it first, from Jeremus the Great. People think that all the wisdom worth knowing was written in Old Calradic, but I say you can learn twice as much from village, midwives, and careful examination of nature than from the entire imperial corpus. That's why they threw me out of the university, although in retrospect that was a blessing. Anyway, I put that lord back on his feet, and he availed me of a sack of gold and the corpse of a freshly hanged criminal to dissect. Ha! To think of the lengths I had to go to get specimens back at... Wow. Back in those days. Okay. Ouch, that's a little bit morbid, but nevertheless, we have arrived at our destination, and they only have 4 sharpshooters. Okay, they have 107 prisoners as well, but I do believe we're actually going to be able to take this without too many difficulties. It's also not a siege tower, so we are in a great deal of luck right here. I am actually liking that quite a bit. We do need to wait here for some time just to make sure it is daytime. Lezelet, you are not going to be leaving. Thank you very much. And we do appear to be still gaining quite a few vassals from the Khergit Khanate itself. And it is now morning. Okay. Let's do it. Lead our soldiers in an assault, and we'll see what we can do and what kind of layout we are facing. Oh my, this is actually a terrible layout for us. Oh my goodness. I'm actually not incredibly pleased about this. Oh my. Okay, we have 26 archers. We have 26 archers, because we do of course have those elven Hawkeyes, which are no doubt going to be very, very impressive. Okay, I am worried for Ferentis right now. I'm worried for Frudak as well, but he is an orc, so he's more likely to be able to take a lot of punishment, but Ferentis is entering first, and he has no shield, and we're against the Rodox, who have exceptional crossbows. So you can kind of imagine what is actually going to transpire here, and as you can see, as we enter the gates, oh no, this is not good. Okay, wait a second. I'm going to be placing all of our... No! Don't shoot me. No. We are fine. We are okay. Please don't shoot me. Oh no. There's so many. There is so many crossbowmen. This is not a good idea. Elmera Castle is a terrible idea. Why did I do this? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, no. Okay. Oh, it might be okay. We're getting up the ladder. We're getting up the ladder. We just need to terrify everyone we can. Terrify. Come on. Let us terrify them as much as possible. And, oh no. Come on. 16 damage we're taking right there. Not too much. We do need to switch to our Scimitar of Speed. That was a little bit of a lapse on my part. Probably should take out many of these guys. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Live. Yes. Yes. Heal. Heal up. Heal up. Yes. There we go. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. Okay. Come on. Let's take these guys out. Take these guys out without taking any damage, please. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of crossbowmen on that rooftop over there. Let's make our way over. Please do not shoot me. My shield is almost destroyed. Well, not really, but it seems to be. Maybe. Oh no. They are deciding to now focus us a little bit. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. As long as you don't shoot me, that's all I'm asking. I don't mind if you hit me over the head a couple of times with your blunt weapons, but still. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we actually did that. If only I had a ranged weapon now. Oh. That guy. This guy, right here. Yep, this guy is our killer. We need him to be taken out. Yes, get barbecued. Get barbecued by Eldritch Knights and various other mage units. Come on, take him out. He is the fellow that headshot Vederan and killed him in almost one hit. I do believe we were a little bit injured. Yes, there we go. They took him out. Wow. Oh my goodness. 59 damage, wasn't it? Or something like that? Oh my. Wow. That is painful. That is very, very painful indeed. Oh, there is also someone else over here, but thankful. Whoa, look at him. Oh my. Whoa, that hurt. That hurt. That's really gotta hurt. Okay, well, thankfully enough, it appears as though our archers in the central courtyard have completely cleared out all of the enemy's archers, and now our infantry also flushed out all of the infantry and cavalry units as well. So that's great. That is very nice indeed. We did get taken out, which I gotta say is very unfortunate. But that shows that we need to be a little careful of the Rodok sharpshooters. So, let's see here. What are we going to be taking? Well, we can't take any Rodok units any further because that is, of course, going to impact our morale rather considerably. So, what else are we going to take? What are we going to take here? Oh, a stone golem. Yes, a stone golem, thank you very much. I'm thinking of taking this drow priestess as well. Oh no, she's an evil unit, isn't she? Okay, evil unit. No, we can't take evil units. Well, technically evil unit at least. We may as well take this cleric. And we have, how many spaces? 5 spaces. Okay, Swadian Pastor. We'll take one of those. And what about a bandit mage? We could take a bandit mage. Or a Vejahera monk? Yes, Vejahera monk. I would love to be able to take these Rodok priests, but no. As I've stated, that's going to cause us a great deal of difficulty with the morale issues. And I believe that's it. We could take some mercenary swordsmen, I suppose, but that's it. There we go. That is a little disappointing, I have to admit. I really want a larger army. Oh, my goodness. Maybe we need to get a little bit more leadership or something, but even then, it doesn't really increase the army size that much. Okay, so Lord Kagar joined us very recently, and we are going to be giving him this, even though he has not actually shown himself to be that resourceful just yet. I am hopeful that he will show himself to be a very worthwhile vassal, and hopefully help us out quite a bit. We actually have someone from the Norkruk realm right here. It's actually a drow defector. I cannot believe that. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. But there it is. The first, and hopefully not the last, fief that we're able to take. But wow. They really did a number on us, didn't they? I mean, seriously, that Rodok sharpshooter did so much damage. Okay, we definitely need to watch all of our corners in future. Make sure that we don't take any damage from those things. And we're now going to be heading on to Grunwater Castle, because if I head around here, I think that might somewhat cause us to be trapped a little bit and limit our options. Because right now, if we go to Grunwater Castle, take that, take Urgalon Castle, maybe Valuka too, eventually, but then we then have... Yes. Then we then have 2 different ways to go. We could go up to Itrosk or Kolmar Castle, or we could go over to Yelen, or we could go over to Yalkala. So there are a lot of different places to go. And I think that's the entire thing. We just need to weigh our options, weigh our strategic options up, and hopefully see them to fruition. And now let's just take a look here. What is going on? 231 and 5 sharpshooters. We could do this. Is it a siege tower? No, it's not a siege tower. Okay, great. Well, that was built very, very quickly. We're going to be heading in, and we'll see what we can do. We do need to take this very, very quickly, otherwise the crossbowmen, the huge hordes of crossbowmen are just going to absolutely destroy us, but let us try to not have that happen this time around. Even though it really didn't happen before, but still. Okay, I'm just wanting to heal everyone, making sure everyone's okay. Don't get shot, please. Don't get shot. That animation is very long. I should really have cancelled that. Okay, so let's get our archers behind here. We actually have quite a few of our archers dealing some significant damage. No, Ferentus has already been taken out. Of course, he does not have a shield. So we have to expect that he will be taken out more often than not. I'm actually really worried about this. As you can see, there are crossbowmen on the left and on the right. And we are going up here, probably to die. Okay, terrify. Can I terrify more? Yes, come on. Yes, terrify them all. There we go. Now heal. Thank you very much. Let's get our shield back out. And it appears as though some of our Inquisitors are also healing us, which is excellent. Very nice indeed. And now, Dwarven Paragon, move. We need you to move. Yes, there we go. Okay, we're in. We are in, and we are good. We are very, very good indeed. And I do believe I can take out these crossbowmen without too many difficulties, hopefully. Oh, that was close. Okay, that was close. If that 12 damage had turned into a headshot, I really would have been in trouble. But thankfully enough, it appears as though we have entered, and it is an absolute massacre right now. And that, I do believe, is due to our Terrify spell. Without using that Terrify spell, I feel like we would have had, wow, a lot of iron golems here. We would have had a great deal of difficulty, but whoa, look at these iron golems. Whoa, my goodness. Okay, that is rather cool, I gotta say. So, yeah, we're losing a couple of Inquisitors as well. Okay, I believe that's it. Well, actually, no. There's 78 units remaining. Oh my goodness, I actually did not realize they had that many still. Okay, so we're going to be putting our archers on this wall over here, and hopefully, maybe we'll be able to do a little bit of crowd surfing. No. Not down there. Not down there, that is for sure. Whoa. Okay, wait a second. Can I do this? Let's try. Ah. Oh. Oh. Am I stuck? No. Yes. Okay, I seem to be stuck. Ah. Oh, no. I could actually jump on this and then jump over. Let's see if I can actually do that. Oh my goodness, did I really get myself stuck? Oh well, just thankful that my units are absolutely amazing. That's all I can say. Oh no! Oh, we got out. There we go. There we are. Now we can actually help. There we are. That's a lot better. Wow, I could not believe that. I was actually trying to jump on the little banister there on the staircase, but yes, totally slipped off it for some reason. Obviously, there's a lot of oil or a lot of grease on it or something. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, let's do our best. Take out these guys. These are only veteran crossbowmen. I say only, but veteran crossbowmen can actually do a huge amount of damage, but they're just not very well armored. So you can take them out very, very quickly indeed, as we just did. So there it is. A very nice victory indeed. We lost 5 units. So what are we going to take? What are we going to take? Vejia Hierro monks. And that's it. Can't really take much else. We could take some caravan guards, I suppose. No. No. Okay. That's all I can take. I don't really want to take any evil units. I suppose I could have taken the Corsairs, but no. It's done now anyway, so that's fine. And we are going to be giving this to Rogi now. He has been deteriorating quite considerably over time. And there it is. Grunwater Castle has now been taken, and I do believe that will be the first of many Orthodox feasts that will fall before us. I really did not want to fight these guys yet. That is definitely the case here. I really wanted to take out the Orcs because, of course, they are going to have so many units stationed in each of these fortresses right here that I believe we're going to have a very difficult time of things. I may actually need to make myself marshal and then call all of our vassals over there to actually fight the Orcs, which is a stark contrast to how we are fighting the Rhodoks right now. We're just running in and steamrolling them very, very quickly. But that could all change at the nearby town of Valuka. So we will see that next time. And so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.